Oscar Pistorius, double amputee, Olympian, icon. Oscar was for many an inspiration. But then, in the early hours of Valentine's Day morning, just over a year ago, everything changed. At his home in this private security estate in Pretoria, he shot and killed his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp. Afrikaans newspaper Bild were the first to break the news after receiving a tip-off at around 7:30 in the morning. Journalist Fani van Rooyen was the reporter assigned to the story.
Before I rushed to the scene, I knew I had to get confirmation from some official source. I just tried the local police spokesperson, and it was a woman, and she did answer. And I told her that, listen, we heard that there's a lot of police at Oscar Pistorius' house, and there was a rumor that he had shot his girlfriend. And then she immediately said, yes, he thought she was a burglar.
But on the day, just a few hours after the shooting, the intruder element was already being played down by police.
We're not sure. Said the South African Police Service, we were just as surprised this morning to hear over the radio that allegations had been made that the deceased had been perceived to be a burglar. We were very surprised, and those allegations did not come from us.
Oscar appeared at the Pretoria Magistrates Court the next day. The world's media were also in attendance. He claimed he had mistaken Reeva for an intruder when he shot at his bathroom door with his pistol. 3 of the 4 bullets fired hit Steenkamp. But the prosecution argued it was a premeditated murder, that he had intended to kill Reeva. The nation was in shock.
He was one of the most prominent of South Africans around the world, and we were basking in his glory. That had yet to wane, and then suddenly this shocking news that he had killed somebody, and to find that this great hero of ours had put himself in a position where he was now accused of murder was horrifying beyond belief, and it completely divided the nation.
After 8 nights behind bars, Oscar was eventually granted bail. Although the defence appeared to win the first battle, the prosecution had at least managed to obtain a version of events from Oscar.
The mere fact that they've got an affidavit stating precisely, in the words of Oscar Pistorius himself, what happened that night, means that the prosecution had the best part of a year to prepare in an effort to contradict that version. So yes, it was absolutely gold for them.
Oscar's athletics career was in tatters, but he did return to the track in June. I was granted exclusive access to Oscar's low-key return to the track at his regular training base in Pretoria. He described the return as bittersweet. But Oscar's athletics career is, in reality, on hold. He has a different fight on his hands now, and the world's media will be there to witness it, plus millions more watching around the world.
There's no bigger story at the moment. We've got elections coming up, which is always a big talking point in any country. It's been swept aside. Those elections are in May. This story has been so eagerly anticipated. This trial has been so eagerly anticipated.
Well, this is where the focus will be for the coming weeks, the North Gauteng High Court. Oscar's account of what happened on that tragic night will be thoroughly examined and put to the test. The prosecution claim it was a premeditated murder, and that carries with it a possible life sentence. There are a number of questions that remain, and the answers to which will determine Oscar's fate. Dan Williams, CCTV, Pretoria.